Well, all right, here we are. Welcome to episode 1. Just thinking about a name for this. A lot of time I ran into a lot of people say, yeah, man, you should do this. You should do it. So I figured the best thoughts of this is I'm just going to let y'all know what I be thinking when I be thinking about all this different stuff. And y'all have asked a lot of questions and y'all say, oh, I want to hear about this and I want to hear about that. So I figured, hey, I got to do this. I'll pull it off. I'll try it, and we'll figure out how much y'all enjoy it. And maybe we'll have some guests on the show coming up. But I said there's 3 things I might be able to talk about: real estate, Clemson, and getting old. And man, y'all let me know about all 3 of them. But you also let me know about a couple things that I might need to talk about that I left off of there. So let me just say this. We're going to try to get all of it. We're going to try to make it fun for you and keep you engaged. So let's go with real estate first. I've been doing real estate for 18 years now, sold over 1,000 houses, and I take it personally, what I do and the way I help my clients, and I understand most of that. And I know it's stressful. It's probably one of the most stressful things people will go through other than death and divorce. And I do it every day. And so when I'm talking to my clients and I'm trying to help them understand what's going on and what the emotions are and what's going on with that, what I've found out over the years is buying real estate and selling real estate is not always fun. It's not always because of a good situation going on. Sometimes it's bad: death, divorce, not being able to get rid of the house because it's got issues and trying to get issues fixed, and it's costing me money to get out of here, or I got too much stuff and I can't get rid of it. So I'm going to bring a wealth of knowledge on that, and I'll be able to tell you some stories over the years of different things that's going on with people, and maybe it'll help some of y'all through a situation. But here's what I do know about real estate. It's never too soon to give me a call. It's never too soon to talk about it, because at a weak moment, you might end up with a weak agent, and it's going to make your experience just go haywire and not be what you want to be. So let's talk. Give me a call on that. One of the topics I left off that people really, really let me know about was my high school sports. I coached since 4th grade all the way up to 8th grade for the class of 2027. And a lot of them are out there playing right now and just doing awesome. And I love watching them and seeing them and following them on Instagram and all that kind of stuff. But I had first round of high school playoffs last night. My Hillgrove Hawks came out victorious at North Paulding, and a nail biter came down to the end and won that one 25-22. And then Harrison beat Marietta to eliminate them from the playoffs this year. And McEachern, in a big surprise, went down to Walton over the weekend. So let's see who else made it. North Cobb is still in it, and McEachern and Marietta are out. So we'll see where it goes there. I know a lot of these kids, and they go to different schools, and I have a wiffle ball tournament in my backyard, and a lot of them come and play in it. And I tell you what, watching them play wiffle ball, it makes us old guys go like, oh Lord, we thought we could play, and now they're out there playing and doing it at a high level. So I'll give a shout out to my MVP of this past tournament, Aiden Morgan. He's got his own little show called Papa Squat. So he wants to come on the show one day. I told him we might swap off one day. I can hear what they got to say. But they're keeping up with high school sports, and we got a lot of talent in this area. And I'll try to focus on some of them on some future episodes. Clemson. That's what y'all want to hear about. Clemson. Let me put my Clemson hat on here. Man, sometimes it's better to be lucky than good, and we ain't been too lucky here recently. I tell you what, we ain't been too good either. But Friday night, we got lucky. We wasn't really that good. But we won the game, and it's a turnaround point, and all y'all Georgia fans can keep on hawking and hawking. Y'all's days coming where y'all gonna lose one too, and I ain't saying I'm pulling for it to happen sooner or later, but I think maybe Georgia Tech might be the one to put it on y'all. What do y'all think? Y'all gonna survive that game? I'd take Haynes King over anybody. Over the last couple of weeks, when I started talking about doing this podcast, and I went to the Clemson game, and I run into people, and people, oh, you're going to do a podcast. And a lot of Clemson people, hey, tell us a story. You know, how'd you end up at Clemson? You from Atlanta? You ended up at Clemson. How did you end up owning the bar when you was at Clemson? How did you do this? And when you got out of school and you got your license plate, how did you get CU3 on your license plate? So a lot of good stories there. So I'll pick a couple of them and tell you on the future episodes of that. So you're going to have to tune in to pay attention. But the last and most important issue on here is getting old. That's what I heard from the most people was about getting old. And I actually heard from my mama about getting old, and she politely told me that I didn't know anything about getting old. As she's 82 years old and thinks I'm still, since I was the youngest, that I'm still a baby. So, but some of y'all other people may understand getting old. And one of the things for sure that you'll understand about getting old is sometimes hair might turn color, or you might fall out. And man, if you had perfect vision your whole life and you start ending up with these in your 40s because you can't read anymore, that's just part of getting old. But there's some other stories along the way about that in terms of getting old. For you young folks, getting old means, hey, I'm turning into a teenager, or I'm becoming a high school graduate in college, and getting older and older there. So we're going to tell y'all a little bit about it. And then y'all old folks, y'all know the ones I'm talking about. The ones that watching this but really don't know what a podcast is yet. That means y'all are a little bit older than me. I'm going to get some great insight and wisdom from y'all over the years to add to this, because I think y'all have some great insight on what's going on that people my age may be blind to, and that y'all can give us some good wisdom to learn from you. And then we'll try to pass that on down the line to everybody else. So what do you think? Is that some good topics? Some stuff you may care about? So let me hear in the comments what else you want to hear about. And everybody that said they wanted to, hey, maybe come on the show, let's talk about it. Let's see what you got in one of those topics that you could bring to, and then we'll bring you on and let everybody know what you be thinking when you be thinking. Until next time.